So Planet Crafter just got updated with the new Procedural Wrecks update. Until this update, this game was pretty much like so many other games where you have a defined map that is carefully designed by the devs. But with the Procedural Wrecks update, we now have a new piece of tech, the portal generator. So this portal generator, you will unlock it once you get your terraformation index total to 250 GTI. Once you have it unlocked, you will find it under the machines section of your construction menu at the very end, and you see what kind of resources it takes. Two of the more notable ones are the 2 energy multiplier fuses, which you can get through the supply drops and sometimes through wrecks, but if you don't have them, then you'll need to go and do some trading for them, which will cost you a total of 12,000 Terra tokens to get the 2 fuses that you need. So once you're ready, head over to where you want to place it and build the generator. And you'll see we've got this nice big ring for doing a portal generator. It's got a very nice design, kind of looks almost like some, upside down solar panels. But we've got this, however, there's no portal yet. For that, we've got to go over here, and you can see we got this nice little map going, showing clouds flying by, but there's nothing in here. So first, you've got to go here and scan for distant wrecks. Once it's done scanning, you're going to have a list of 3 wrecks. Now, this is where the interesting part comes in that all of these are procedurally generated. That means it's going to be new every time. These are just randomly created for you to go visit, and then once you're done with them, they're gone forever. You don't go back to that same one again. You can see they have a location ID, which, think of this, if you know Minecraft, as basically the seed for the map. So this is just generating random wrecks every time. It also has, in these, you see some new materials. We have magnetar quartz. We have quasar quartz, magnetar quartz again, balzar quartz. These are special ones, which right now, I believe you can only get these through going to these special wrecks, and that presents a problem. Right here, you see I have new wrecks. I can't go to them. I don't have all of these materials. So, scan again. And you may have to scan a few times. The first time I tried this, it immediately gave 1 wreck option that only required 3 pulsar quartz. But this time around, it took several different scans to get one. So now all I need to do is go grab some pulsar quartz. But you also see over here to the side, we have rarity and difficulty. That should be pretty self-explanatory. Rarity, higher number means more rare supplies, and difficulty, a higher number means it's going to be more difficult to navigate. But if you have questions, you go to the question mark right here, and you can see all the details right there. So once you have the supplies, as in this case, I have 3 pulsar quartz, all I have to do is go here and click open. And we're going to get this nice little animation showing the portal open up. And we just literally run into it. After a little animation as you are warping through, you're going to come to a random area. You can see here, I've got some lava falls in the distance. And there's all this greenery. And the first one I went to was much more pink with a lot of regular waterfalls everywhere. It was interesting looking, but this is totally different. And that's what is so different about this update with the game, is now we have randomly created areas. So if you were getting a little bored with the existing map, now you have some new places to go check out. And so each of these areas will have some loot crates that you can find around the area with unique items. You see we got a flare. But of course, this is called the Procedural Wrecks update for a reason, and that is there are procedurally generated wrecks around the area that you have to find and explore. You see down there, I have a little piece of a wreck, and looking from up here, I am not seeing any other pieces, but the first one of these I tested had a very involved wreck that I explored through, and it was very winding, maze-like, and confusing as you went through it. So in some cases, you may be less lucky and only find some loot crates. And in other cases, you may find some really complex maze-like wrecks with tons of stuff. And let's say you find one of these really complicated wrecks. and you're like, oh man, I just ran out of room in my inventory. I don't want to lose all this stuff that I can't carry back. What happens when I go through the portal? Well, don't worry. The portal stays active until you come back to the detector and click to close the portal. So you can go back and forth as many times as you want. If you find a really cool spot and you just really like it, decide you just want to keep that one and not do any more of them, sure, I guess go ahead. But when you're done, just come back here, click close portal. And immediately it's going to automatically scan again to try and find some new portal locations. And if you weren't very lucky and you didn't find very good materials, just keep scanning until you find a wreck you can access. You're going to have a mixture of the different biomes in the game, and you may have some cases where you are underground. You may have some cases where it's mostly water around the area that you're dealing with. It's going to be a wide variety of options. And so with this update, we really are getting into the RNG side of things, where it really is going to be a roll of the dice kind of thing on what you find. You may have a wreck that just has no entrance at all. It's just some, display wreckage. And then you may have wrecks that are just really complicated. You may have a wreck where you find the new access cards that have been added, where you have to unlock a door with those. Or you may just find some vaults out in the open that let you get a bunch of supplies. It's really going to be a just random chance of what you're going to get. And just because it might be a lower difficulty and lower rarity, you may still get some really good supplies and have a fairly large wreck anyway. So there you go. That's what you need to know about the new portal generator and how to use it to get to all these random new wrecks that have tons of different things to see, new supplies to get. Let me know in a comment below what you think of this update. Does this bring back some of the joy of exploring in the game, getting to see new things, or do you not think of this as that big of a deal? Either way, share your thoughts about this update in the comments below, and hey, hit subscribe if you haven't already done so.